Ladies and gentlemen, the first man to build 21-inch biceps, drug-free.
Well, you know, Steve, I'm very impressed with you. I'm happy I met you.
All right.
And I like your outlook on life and your drive and ability to want to inform people, because people want to be told, they want to be led, and you want to get somebody that's able to tell them something that's productive.
Right.
And you do that. Now, I've always been that way. I always wanted to look at things not the way it's supposed to be, but what I want you to do. The most important thing I've always thought of when I'm dealing with people is to get them to think.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the key to everything. If you don't think, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay. So, I mean, like, the thinking is such a big thing. Now it's so easy to fall in, and people basically hypnotize you with advertisements and with everything. And a lot of people get lost in the riffraff. They don't know what's real, what's BS. People have accused me of using drugs because on my channel I have a before and an after picture. And they don't realize that 3 years is a long time. And then they say, well, how come you're not gaining any weight? Well, I've been training for 3 years and I'm not exactly a newbie. Well, how come you lost fat too fast? I said it took me a year to do it. They don't understand the time frames. They don't understand any of that. So I think fitness leads into everything else, mental fitness and attitude and being positive. So, you know, yeah, you have to tell people that there's a better way to do it and that they can understand that. And then once they start to catch on, maybe they find that one thing and you catch up with them 2 years from now and they say, you told me that this was possible. And I believed you, and then I found out that there's other people that have done this and it made me want to do it. And look what I did with myself. And that's special to me. That's what I want to try to help people with.
Well, you see, well, you're doing it because you, as I said from the beginning, and I have to say, just because I'm a couple of hours older than you.
Just a few. We're twins by a little bit.
But what I'm trying to say to you is that you're doing what I've been trying to do and doing all my life, getting you to reason to think.
Yeah.
You make people think. And by making people think, it triggers continuous thinking. The more you think, the more you can think, the more you analyze, and the more you grow.
I think so.
There's no doubt. There's no thinking it.
But the problem, that's true, and you have to analyze good data. You have to analyze good information too. And you have to be able to know what's good data and what's good information, because some people are going to be led to believe that the data, so it's all about the data set you're working with. For example, if I gave you a map of New York City and told you to go to, and you're in LA, you're in Los Angeles. I gave you a map of New York City. And I said, now go find your way from the Staples Center up to the Rose Bowl. You wouldn't be able to do it because the data you were given was bad. You're given a map of New York City to get around Los Angeles. You have to know what the good data is. You have to know what works and what doesn't work. And that's
but then you need a background to prepare you for analyzing the data.
And that's where it comes into learning and teaching people how to become better. I wanted to make with my channel, I want to make it the Self-Betterment Alliance. It sounds tacky and cheesy, but if you're watching me, you want to become better. That's all it is. You want to strive to be better.
I watch your video, and what impresses me is you try to get people to think.
Yeah.
It's the key to everything.
Absolutely.
And you see, you try to by triggering the thinking mechanism.
Critical thinking. I say turn the bolt. I almost cursed on your channel. Turn the BS detector in your brain on. And if a guy tells you that he gained 50 pounds in 6 months and none of it was fat, your BS detector should go off. But if a guy tells you, this took me 3 years and you can be
50
inspired
pounds in 6 months
of gain.
You know it's fat.
But that's what if it's a BS.
But if you don't have the
background information.
And see, little by little, as you talk to people and they tune in to your proclivity, then they suck in as they tune in.
Yeah.
See, they tune in to suck in.
Yep.
And then everything you say becomes elevating to them.
Hopefully. That's my plan.
Oh, no, it does come elevated, whether accept or not, it's elevated. It triggers the
critical thinking, BS detector, get better, don't buy a load of crap, because everybody's selling everybody. I said this before too. Everybody's selling everything. From the minute I knocked on your door, we were doing a little thing. You were doing a job interview with me. For the minute I watched your channel, you were passing the BS test with me. So that's what it is. And if you guys want to be genuine, that matters.
Well,
so
you know, that's why I talk
matters
about
so
these
much.
things. I talk about these things because, like I was talking to you, when they talked about Seymour Hoffman dying of an overdose.
Yeah, right.
But he didn't die of an overdose.
No,
He committed suicide.
basically.
Cause yeah, but a person knows.
Controlled suicide to an end. He knew where he
But
was
a person needs to know that what he does can kill him. He does it anyhow.
Yep.
What is it?
Well, basically, it's a slow
What is
death.
it?
It's a slow death. I know it's
What is it? It's not dying from an overdose that was oblivious of him.
right. He knew there was a risk.
He knows a possibility, and he did it.
Anybody who goes into a situation, again, the data. So, like, let's say you wanted thinking about, you think you're hitting up to a point where you're going to have to go to the next level. Well, I have a choice. I can go and do pro-hormones, I can do anabolic steroids, or I can just keep where I'm at. So you take all the factors, you analyze everything, you go to the good channels with the good information, you go with the good data sets, you make a decision for yourself. If in the long run, there's money in it for you, or you just don't care because you don't care, maybe you'll end up doing drugs that'll shorten your life 20 years. But you're happy, but that's your data that you worked with. And so, like, you know, that's an educated decision. I'm not going to lead you there and tell you should or shouldn't do one thing, because who's to say what you should do? It's the way I look at it. But I'll just lead you to make that right decision for you.
I think what you do was so positive is you tell people to start to think.
That's it.
There's no substitute for it.
No, that's
It
it.
really isn't.
No, exactly.
To be continued.
To be continued. I appreciate it. Thanks, Leroy.
Wait a minute. Before you click away, I want you to subscribe, like, comment, hell, even dislike if you want to. At least do something before you get out of here.